Hey you guys, I'm at a church today called The Crossing. It's a big sign over there that teaches people to come as they are. I haven't had a sermon that good since 2020 when I received a message. At church, I don't think they have that location anymore. T.D. Jakes' daughter, Sarah Jakes Roberts, I think, but confirming I was making the right choice and the right decision to move to Colorado. I wanted to share what the message for today was and why it got me so emotional, because I also received a message confirming what I was about to hear before I even went inside. Disclosure, I do still believe in aliens. I promise you I don't see the Bible the way you probably do, because if you take away the word God and angels and replace it with military commander, military crew, and reread it, you see it differently, especially in Genesis. You don't see it the same. But I want to share, because I still come to church every Sunday, even though I have that belief. Remember aliens? So let's hop in here because it is kind of hot. These are all my notes from church today. There were no little notepad things on the back of the seat, but I'm going to read these off to you. So if you are not spiritual, please feel free to just skip to this one. I should have other videos up. You can watch one of those. I'm going to leave the air on for a minute, so hopefully you can hear me. It's 116 degrees outside. I was walking inside, and I hope I don't get emotional. I try not to be too cheesy. I only got 2 videos in the past year of me crying. One was realizing I have a subscriber on my Instagram who is deaf. The other time I cried, don't even remember. I cried a little bit over Myron driving. So, but you can't really see the tears because it was nighttime. So on the way walking in church, I'm on this little terrace or this little walkway they have. And there is a message that comes into me. You can call it God, spiritual being, higher power, whatever your beliefs are. But the message said, remember how you didn't want to give me that 10% when you sell the house? You said it was too much. You couldn't afford to do that. So I had to humble you. So a quick backstory. My last house, I made $60,000 on it. So it was easier to give God $6,000. This house, at one point in 2021, it was worth $435,000. And with fees and everything, God's portion was supposed to be $25,000. And I was like, God, I can double it, right? Instead of 6, I give you 12. Maybe even 15. I can't afford to give you 25. That's what I told God 2 years ago. And I've been firm. I hadn't really had that conversation in the past year, but I was like, I can't afford to give you 25,000, God. Not on this house. Maybe the next one. I got you. And so God said, okay, well, we'll just drop the price down until you can give me that 10,000 or that. So he humbled the L out of me. And now the price of the house has gone down more than $135,000. So now the most I stand to make is that 10 to 15,000 cushion for God's portion. That's the most I can make off this house now. That's the max. When in 2021 it was worth more. So that's the message I had a reminder of when I was walking in church. And I was like, I hadn't thought about that in a while. I don't know why I'm thinking about it today. Little did I know. I'll try to turn the air off for a minute. Tonight I think I realized why my house hasn't sold. It's taken me 2 years to realize this. And even when I gave the $6,000 with the last house, I still had a little resistance. I was like, maybe 5. Maybe, like, I didn't have faith in God blessed me with a house worth double and so on. So I think he told me, since you're having such a hard time giving me what's rightfully mine, let me humble you. And then I tried to not negotiate with God, but I'd be like, well, God, I can't rent it out on Airbnb. So when it comes time to move, I'm not going to have the previous income I had to get into this house. Houses have gone up double. Like, the prices are just outrageous, plus interest rates have tripled. My interest rate is what, 2.25, 2.6 or something? It's a really good rate. They don't have those kind of rates anytime soon. The rates are like 5 and 6% now. Today is July 7th, 2024. So I was telling God, like, I won't have enough to buy another home. I'm going to be homeless. I need that $25,000, God. I can't buy no house for $100,000, and not having my income source, I have nothing to show proof, because Airbnb was my previous income. So you can't put me out here in these streets like that, God, where I'm supposed to go. And he told me to trust, and I wasn't ready. I couldn't do it. Yeah, because I was worried about proof of income. I was not going to have the same proof of income that I had had to get into this home. And you know, Myron's recovery journey has been a lot better now. In 2021, Mommy was not ready for me to sell the house. 2022, she said she was on board, like, go ahead and sell, but she didn't want to, like, yeah, so I was trying to convince God, like, I won't qualify for any home anywhere in America. Like, there's nothing. I can't afford a $300,000 house. There's nothing. And then he told me to trust him, right? Still didn't trust him. He put a house on the market, 23 bedroom, 9 bathroom house, 8,000 square feet. Yes, it needed work, but for $95,000. 97, I think it started out at. And dropped the price down to 91. And I would be like, ooh, I can afford that one. But I'm gonna sell my house. I'm gonna lower the price, sell my house, and then that one gonna be gone. That's what I used to say. And oh, I hope y'all can hear me over this air. And I was like, I'm gonna offer $67,000 on that house. I wonder if the people will take it. I wonder if they'll take it. They had it on the market like 8 months. Nobody was buying it. You know it needs a lot of work. You know it's got asbestos, lead, all that kind of stuff. But I was, if y'all have ever seen that, I'll try to insert a picture here. The teddy bear where the girl is holding on to the teddy bear. And Jesus is like, no, you got to trust me. I got something better for you. And I couldn't let go and trust. I couldn't trust God with 10%. I refused until I walked into this church. Before I heard the message, I walked into this church and I had finally said, I will give the 10%. Now, he didn't humble me, okay? I had to lose a lot of money in the process, but it wasn't my money to begin with. It's already a blessing from the last house. So a part of the message today in church was, God said to me, today I'm going to give you a new life, a better life. You have to trust me. It's hard. I mean, God ain't one of these men out here that's hard to trust. So, but he has never let me down. Anything I've prayed for, he has given me. Every goal I have set, I've obtained it. It may not have been on my timeline, but it always came right on time. As cheesy as that may be, it always ends up happening. Whatever I put in my mind and my spirit that I want, he makes it happen. He has never failed me. So why did I struggle for 2 years? I got sweat going down my leg trying to turn this, and I have the air on for 20 seconds at a time. But today I realized whatever God's journey is for my life, whatever his plan is, whatever my purpose, whatever he has my purpose to be, I'm ready. I accept the plan he has for me instead of the one that I thought was for me. Now, when I have a house not work, now that seemed like an incredible deal. It was in Wisconsin. It's cold. God know I hate the cold, but he showed me there's possibilities, right? He didn't show me the actual golden nugget of the one I will be staying in, but you get it. So today's message was, this pastor was phenomenal. He was on a helicopter, but not on it, like flying, just parked, stationary. And he was incorporating a movie with Hilary Swank in this helicopter scene at the end. And it was beautiful. And I cried and sobbed the entire sermon. Okay? The entire sermon, I felt like, was almost directly directed to me. I hadn't had that kind of feeling in a while. It's been a while. Not that it doesn't happen. It's just been a very long time. He talked about like Mark 25 to 35. Something in there, the woman with the cloak touching Jesus. Now I see that perspective differently. DMSO H2O2. Remember, I take science and things into account when I'm reading the Bible, but the message itself was still powerful. And he talks about the dad who, you know, rushes to Jesus. He's getting off, I think, a boat, and he's like, my daughter's dying. And then as they're on the way, people keep stopping him. And then the daughter dies. And the man, of course, is naturally upset. And Jesus is like, I haven't read the Bible in a minute, since 2010. You have little faith, right? You don't have enough faith. You need to trust. And saves the daughter. Don't be afraid. Just believe. Don't be afraid. Just believe. To be the universe, God placed me here to go to this church today. It's a 6 p.m. service. It's now 7:30. The sun is setting. 116 degrees outside. I am sweating. But I was sent here to hear this message today. I, without a shadow of doubt, genuinely believe I was sent here to hear that. At the end, the pastor did ask, did anyone want to come up to be baptized? I still got ratchet ways in me. I did not go up for that, maybe. But I've already been baptized more than once. But I did go to get prayer. And I told the lady the truth. I was like, look, it's hard for me to give God his money, okay? Can I keep a little bit of it on as a loan to the next house? And I was explaining it to her. And it's now time to believe. What it say? It's now time to not be afraid and just believe. I have so many what ifs, but I need to not be afraid and believe. I have Amazon packages I need to go pick up, and then I have another video I want to shoot for you guys, but I had to film this one too. Don't be afraid, just believe. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. Bye.